this is Texas Tiger Diggs, and I am going to run a quick test here, and it's basically to show the high range of gold signals relative to the zinc signals and why we dig zincs. So I've got here a Tejon. I'm using a Tesoro here because it has a very simple classification of fines. It's very simple. I've got a nickel here, I've got a tab here, I've got a screw cap about here. I can max it out all the way up there, and somewhere around here is where zinc. There's a little line that would give you the idea of where zinc times out. So it's a very simple system. Like I said, I don't want to do this with the DAS because, unless I use ID norm, the various kilohertz systems, the various kilohertz ratings will have different numbers, and the AT Pro would be different than most of the numbers for the DAS. So though the numbering system is very personalized to a great degree. But this is pretty standard among the Tejon machines. So if you see a zinc and the zinc reads here, then what you would basically see is that's where zinc would read on the DAS, and zinc would also read on the AT Pro. It would still be the basic same zinc. The numbers would be different. So here we go. Now I've got a couple of rings here, and these rings fall vaguely within the area of big gold as rings go. We have a 10-carat class ring, which I'm still doing an investigation, trying to find the owner of. I'm not going to be selling it, so it's not like he's going to get away from it. And I've got the feelers out. And I've got this, which is my pride and joy, the 18-carat and platinum ring. Now I'm only using this, because the platinum does give it a different range, but it appears to be almost identical to the 10-carat ring. So I'll just use it because of that. In any case, here we go. See, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to turn the Tejon on. I'm not going to be able to ground balance it, of course, but I'm going to max out. I'm going to max out the sensitivity, which is not really a big deal because I'll be waving it right in front of the coil. I just keep it at 10. I'm not going to max it out. And I'm going to turn my discrimination, back to foil. I'm not going to use the alternate discrimination here because I'm not doing any searching. I'm just doing a test. So, this is foil. So we can expect both of these rings to do well on that. But let me just take the 10-carat ring since it's the one we're most likely to run into in the field. So we'll take the 10-carat ring and we'll go ring it in front of the coil. So I'll just take the ring, 10 carats. Not exactly sure. There we go. Here we go, the 10-carat ring. I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to wave it right here in front. Not surprising, I get a very good signal. So I'll go back and I'll take another look. And I'm not going to increment this up. It'll take all day. So I'm going to roll it straight up to tab. So tab should be going out right at that line. So if this was a tab level ring, then that's where it would die. Right there, or begin to at least click. So let me go again. I'm going to take it back over once more. And then I'm going to grab it. I'm going to wave it in front of the coil. Okay. So that's the classical breaking point of gold is pull tab. Now that's for small to medium-sized rings. Now this is a larger ring. Let me go back up here and let me take another look at this. And this time I'm going to go beyond tab, and I'm going to go right to the hash mark that should be zinc. So I should be right on that. So here we go. I'm taking the ring again, walking back in front of the coil. You see that? You hear that ticking? It's beginning to cut out. It's cutting out at zinc. So let me go back and push it past zinc by just a bit. before I reach maybe midway between the last notch and screw cap on the Tejon I've got here. You'll see that it's right there. That's screw cap, and I believe that is the zinc line. So I've got it right in the middle. All right, I'm gonna take this back over here. Same ring, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put it back in front of this coil. I have now discriminated the big gold out. At zinc, it's still making a little ticking, but nothing that anybody sane would dig. All right, so that's where that dies. Now let me go over here. Here we go, back on the Tesoro, and you see the settings will not change. I'm keeping them right where they are, and this is a crusty, not quite. That's pretty eaten up. Let me get one that's a little less eaten up. That's a crusty zinc, but it hasn't been completely eaten up, but it's definitely scarred. So now let me go back over here. Again, taking this zinc penny, put it in front of this coil. And you see that? I'm still getting the zinc signal, but it's a little bit broken. So let me turn it, let me give it just one little incremental change. I mean, not the screw cap, yes, I'm barely touching it. And here I go back. It's gone. So, a few ticks. So you see there's only a slight difference between this partially eaten zinc and this relatively large 10-karat gold ring. See, I'm still getting a tick occasionally on it too. See, so it's an exact almost measure of the zinc and a big gold under this big gold ring. Let me go back. And I'm going to take the gold and platinum ring. Like I said, this is an amalgam of metals you're not going to run into that often. But I believe it's about the same as a 10 karat. So let me go back. Roll back over here again. And here we go. Same thing. Just a barely ticking sound. So these two large gold rings, one gold and platinum, die at exactly within I don't know, within a millimeter almost of the zinc penny. So when you dig a zinc penny and you pull that thing out, just think about that there's not much difference between a zinc and a large gold ring. Now that's evident to some people, but I thought it was something worth mentioning that when you dig these zincs, and God, I should have gotten a pile of crusty zincs I've got. I haven't thrown any of them away, that I've dug. But every time I dug, there's a potential I could have dug a big gold ring. Now I'm not turning my discrimination up that high to zinc level, so I'm looking for rings that are definitely smaller than quote unquote big gold rings. So that's not what I'm doing. But I just want to let you know that, even if you're digging zincs, that there is not a whole lot of difference between zinc and a big gold ring. In any case, that's all I've got, and I will see you next time. I hope this was at least a little bit interesting. Like I said, to you experienced detectorists, this is a very, very simple idea. And if you ever notice the chart on some detectors, you will see that the gold range does not go out until the zinc and almost the copper penny range. So just keep that in mind. In any case, it's Texas Tiger Digs, and that's all I've got for tonight, and I will see you next time.